So now we will study what is happening with the infinite limits. The infinite limits are limits of the form or of the type a over 0. This happens when you obtain a number that is on the numerator and a 0 that is on the denominator. If we remember the chart of types, we have this type when x is approaching some number. This is a different type from the infinity types of the previous session. So we have to evaluate something here. We have to evaluate what is happening from the left side of the function and the right side of the function. So here we have the first exercise of the activity. We have the limit when x approaches positive 2 from the left of 1 minus square root of x over x minus 2. The first thing to do here is to evaluate the limit in order to know the type, and you know that evaluating means the substitution of the approximation value for x. So you will have 1 minus the square root of 2 over 2 minus 2, and this is equal to 1 minus the square root of 2 over 0. Approximately this is the number negative 0.4. This is the number negative 0.4 over 0. So this is the type for the limit. Now the next step is an easy one. The thing is that you want to identify what is happening from the left side of the function, and in order to do that you have these rules here. You have to remember that if you have a positive finite number over 0 from the left, you will have a negative infinity, a positive finite number from 0 from the right, a positive infinity, negative finite number over 0 from the left is positive infinity, and negative finite number over 0 from the right is negative infinity. So you have to remember those rules that are on the activity, and at last, this is not so difficult. The thing is that you will substitute again the number 2. You will set that this limit, the limit when x approaches 2 from the left of 1 minus the square root of x over x minus 2 will be equal to the negative 0.4. You are using again this number here, the negative 0.4 over 0, and you are evaluating the left side of the 0. So you have negative 0.4 over 0 from the left, and if you remember the rules, a negative finite number over a 0 from the left is equal to positive infinity, and that will be the answer for the limit. Meaning that when x approaches 2 from the left, y approaches positive infinity. And we will see in the next week that the meaning of these types is that we have vertical asymptotes on the number 2, and the equation of the vertical asymptote will be x is equal to 2.